Hey everybody, it's a beautiful day here. Just wanted to do a little update here. We haven't done a lot of hunting yet, so been kind of slacking on the videos, but we've been out a couple times and not anything real reportable. We've got that one buck that we've been after, but today I just wanted to go over some of the new stuff that we got and kind of fill you in on where we're at here. So if you remember a while back when I first started doing this saddle hunting, it was pretty novice stuff, and probably still is to a point, but you know, the rope that I had and all that was just overkill, because I wanted to make sure that I was going to be plenty safe, and was really reluctant to get anything real narrow and streamlined. So anyway, I'm going to start. Hopefully we don't get a lot of noise here today. They're harvesting, obviously, and so we're getting a lot of trucks coming and going through here. So we're going to be hitting and missing with the noise. But anyway, let me show you a couple things we've upgraded here. We've got the tether that we use is a 5-foot tether, and it's got maybe 6. I think this one's 6 or 7 actually. But we've got the Predator line from Westspur. You can get this at Westspur. It's not from Westspur, it's Predator line. But this is a really nice tether. I've got a Prusik line on the end of it here, and a tethered carabiner. This is just the screw lock, and just want to make sure you got good carabiners. So this has been a good this lightened up. I put this one on because I got a new one on my new line, but this one really lightened up this tether. That other carabiner I had was steel. This one's aluminum, so it's quite a bit lighter. So I'll show you the rope that we were using, the rope that we're going to be using. This here is the old school rope. It's I believe this is 16 millimeter, and it's a good rope. It's overkill though. This thing is huge. It's 80 foot, 16 millimeter, I believe, and just really heavy. You can see the size difference in these two ropes. So this is, to be fair, this is 50 foot. This is 80 foot, but this is the Predator line. I decided to go with 50 foot because a lot of the trees that I have climbed in the past are not that tall, and the best ones are not that tall. So having that 80 foot is kind of ridiculous. I'll just use that basically for recreational use, and then just have this 50 footer. If I come to find out that I need more, I can order another rope. But this is I think it's Samson Predator line. So what makes this setup a little bit different is we've got a split tail on this one. I'm gonna go over this carabiner real quick too. So this carabiner is this is a Petzl Rock Exodia. Yeah, I probably butchered that, but yeah, here comes a truck. Jakes and all. This is the, I believe this is a Petzl. It's a three movement system, or two, maybe it might just be two. But anyway, this one's a lot different than the just screw one that I had before. You pull down, you twist, and then it automatically locks too. So you don't have to sit there and mess with that. Really nice carabiner. Make sure you get good quality carabiners, guys. Don't slack on your carabiners. So really excited to use that. It's going to be a lot easier to maneuver and get in and out with. So, and then what we got on that, on our line has a eye here, and then on our split tail, we just had them make a split tail because their actual split tail ropes were they were out of stock. They weren't making them, I guess. I don't know, but I wasn't gonna wait, so I had them make me a split tail. So basically what that is on the end of your rope you have an eye, okay? And this eye probably is too big. It should be a tight eye like this, but it's got a 5-inch loop. I'm hoping it works. But basically what you're gonna do, this is on the end of your main line, and then this will be your tie-in, your split tail for your knot on the other side. And the nice thing about this is I can leave this, once I get my knot set on the other side, I can actually leave this tied onto my main line and just unclip it from the carabiner so it's ready to go. All I gotta do is clip it in and we're off. We're not guessing on my knot and all that good stuff. So let's give this a shot here and see how we fare with it. Like I said, hopefully you can hear me. All these trucks going through here, but oh yeah, this is much nicer. And the nice thing about that split tail, when I order 50 foot of line, I've got 50 foot of line with that split tail. I'm not eating up 5 foot of it or 8 foot of it with a knot and you know, a lead out for my other rope. It's 50 foot is what I've got. So 1, 2, 3. Now a lot of guys will just do 2 and yeah, that's gonna work out great if that's perfect. So I go actually 3 and then 2 on top, and that seems to bite a lot better for me. I don't know if that's the practical way to do it, but I get a lot better bite. Oh yeah, there we go. So there you can see, hopefully, I've got my leg stitch up here. I've got my 2 lines coming off of the main line, and that is perfect. So we'll tie a knot here, keep that from coming out. Oh my gosh, is this so much nicer or what? When I set into this, I've got my you see how streamlined that is. Got your carabiner in your 2. If you can see that, hopefully you can see that. I'll get a better shot of it here, but there's no big bulky knot here. It's not kicking off the side. Everything's nice and streamlined, and it's really comfortable to climb with. Really comfortable. Let's see how quickly I can get up here. Now this 50-foot line doesn't give me a lot to play with, but that's all right. Because like I said, a lot of the trees that I have found are within that 25 foot anyway. got any questions, a lot of this stuff is on another channel that I usually watch, New York Saddle Hunters. It's on YouTube, their channel. You get a chance, check those guys out. If you're just getting started and stuff, that's a really good channel for beginner climbers to watch and get familiar with all the different equipment. And I don't know, like I said, if you can afford it, get the best stuff that you can possibly get. Get the stuff that they recommend, because it does make life a lot easier in the long run, and it's going to save you a lot of time and money. So I wanted to go this route at first, but I just didn't have the money at the time to do it. So like I said, we've upgraded, and so but yeah, give those guys a shout out and a watch. New York Saddle Hunters, they've got a lot of great information. Those guys have been climbing for quite a while. So anyway, let's I don't know if I'm in focus. I hope I'm in focus here. Look good, okay. So I was talking about that split tail. So I like where this knot's at. I don't want to move it. So if I wanted to, I could actually unclip from this. Okay, when I break this down, man, that thing is just, I gotta get used to it. I'm not used to it. So I can take this eye off. Okay. Pull, push. And I can leave that right on my line. Okay. Now I can move it down towards the end so it's out of the way and I'm not pulling it up through the tree. So I can move that. Whoop, I don't want to pull on that right now. Let's see. I can move that down the line as far as I need to, but it always stays right there. And then I can clip my carabiner on here too and just leave it. Just like that. Little story, little background story on this deal. This year when I was antelope hunting, I was shooting the Pierce Platinums, okay? Very expensive arrow. I think a dozen of those is $200 just for the arrows, and not including broadheads and stuff. So I decided after this year's antelope hunt, I went up there, and this is kind of embarrassing, but it happened. We'll set that up and we'll tell this story here first. So anyway, I got up there and was really having a hard time finding a good spot to hunt. It was dead. Everything was dead out there. Dried up, no water, very little water, and a lot of pressure. So the first day or so, the first day I was out there, I set up my bag and I wanted to make sure that my bow was on. So I set it up about 40 yards and I took 5 arrows. Okay, I've never needed more than that. But anyway, for some reason, I don't know if the bow had been knocked off or if it was. I'm thinking maybe it was a altitude thing, because we're a lot lower here than up where I hunt. I think there's about 3,000 feet difference between where I live and up there. But anyway, we shot that arrow and it went right over the top of the target. Just skipped off the top. So that arrow was gone. I mean, it's like finding a needle in a haystack out there. I'm like, well, that sucks. So the next day we ended up shooting at that one buck, and we went over his back on that one. So that was 2 arrows down. Next day I set up the blind. Okay, and I'm one of those people that have got to visually see that arrow doing what it's supposed to do. So I set up a cow patty out there on the side of was a little hill. Okay. Anyway, I set that cow patty up on that little berm, and I shot at that cow patty, thinking it was going to stick in the side of the berm. and I hit hit that cow patty, and it flung off the cow patty and over the berm. So there was 3 arrows I was down. So I was down to 2 arrows by the 3rd day. So anyway, on that 3rd day, that evening, I went back to the truck and I moved that bag in at 20 foot or 20 yards. Okay, I said, I'm not missing this bag. And I didn't miss the bag, but the bag was so beat up that the arrow blew through the bag and ripped off my fletchings. So I was down to 1 arrow basically, and I still had 3 days to hunt. So long story short, I ended up going to, and I don't know to this day why, but up there in the panhandle of Nebraska, where you have a ton of hunters, there's no archery shops anywhere up there by Scotts Bluff, Shadron, any of those places up there where you get tons of hunters. So don't understand that. May have to think about that as a business proposition. But yeah, there was no archery shops at all up there. I did the only thing I could do to keep my hunt going. Went to Walmart, bought some gold tip 29-inch arrows and got some Swacker broadheads, and we finished our hunt with those. They shot fine, but my knock was just a little tight on my D-loop. I could have fixed that, but I decided, man, you know what? They're flying. I can hit something. I'm not going to worry about it until I get home and get some new arrows. So after that whole episode, I decided that, you know what? I'm just going to go back to the hunters. I like those gold Pierce Platinums, but they've kind of been a problem for me the whole time I've been using them. A lot of times I'll lose those sleeves, or I'll lose the whole insert, and there's just a lot of components to those arrows. They're great flying arrow once you get them tuned, but they're expensive. Okay, you're shooting $20 to $25 each time you lose one. So we decided to just go back to the Hunter XTs. I might go upgrade back up to the Pros so I don't have to worry about knocks. But yeah, we just went back to that. So yeah, we've been busy just trying to get things organized and ready to go. We have been out hunting. I just did a little quick clip of some of the early season stuff that we've done. So if you get a chance, go back. It was a video before this one, and watch that if you want. It's just a short little video, but so we got one other thing to show you. Hold on. Got ourselves a four-wheeler. This is a 2002 Kodiak, Yamaha Kodiak, and it was very well taken care of. I'm really happy with it. So that'll help me get in and out on deer. A couple spots that I hunt, I can get in with it and pick them up. So, and then if I go up to Colorado, I'll be able to use it up there too. So there's my crib, a four-wheeler mower, my motorcycle. Right here, we've got a whole pallet of pellets for the wood stove. So there's my heat for the year. We got the trailer all set up here. We got new lights on it, and tires that were on it are good. We got a spare tire here on the front. We'll probably put some boxes and stuff on this thing to haul the four-wheeler, but that way we got all the supplies we need, tools, things like that if we need them. But it's a good little trailer. We just hauled 2,000 pounds of pellets on this thing, so took it like a champ. Oh, the other thing we did was we had to put a new fuel pump in the truck, so got that done. My buddy Ryan took time out of his day to put that in for me. He had to pull the top. We had to pull the topper, and then he pulled the bed off the truck. Get to it easier that way. So yeah, we got a new fuel filter or a fuel pump. So hopefully that's the end of the problems in the truck this year. Well, that's all I got for you. We're gonna get out now. We've got pretty much everything we need together, and we're gonna get out and do some serious hunting now. It's October, and I think it's gonna start cooling off here, hopefully. Recently it's been pretty crazy. It's been really cold in certain days, and then it'll warm up to 80s again or 90s, and so it's really made it tough. And we've done a lot of ground hunting right now, so waiting on the ropes and all that stuff to show up. But we've got another camera arm we got coming, just a cheaper one. I didn't want to spend a ton of money on it. I will later, but just to get through this season, I just went with a less expensive one just to get me going. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up and shoot a little bit, see how these arrows are flying, and hopefully we'll see you on the next video with a deer on the ground. Stay safe in your hunts, everybody.